Hi. I like vlogging, but my life is really, 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 really uneventful, so I don't have much to vlog about. However, there is one interesting thing I do that I love, and that is theater. And the next production I'm going to be in is Grease at my school. So I'm going to be vlogging about that, just like during, before, and after rehearsals and the like. And I'll start with this video. This video is going to be more background, really, because there hasn't really been a real rehearsal yet. There's been a small read-through, but yeah, not a real rehearsal. Today was actually a rehearsal, but only for soloists, and I'm not one of those. I'm playing Sonny Lattieri. He's the Italian one. Yeah, one of the greasers, one of Danny's friends. He doesn't really... There's nothing really about him other that really stands out compared to the others. I don't really know how to describe him. Just look up his name, and when you see him, you'll know which one he is if you've seen the movie, which most people have. And the first rehearsal I have to go to is tomorrow. Assuming it doesn't get canceled, but I don't see why it would. So, yeah, that's that. So some background on my school's theater program. Every year we do 3 productions. Our fall production is the big full-length play, typically the one with the biggest budget. Then we have something called Junior Jam, which is an in-school one-act competition thing. Each class does a different one-act. And then there's Festival, which is another one-act competition, but it's not in school, and it's not the classes competing. Instead, it's our school going to another school with other schools there, and it's Festival, and it's absolutely wonderful. So Grease is our fall production this year, and every other year the fall production is a musical. So, assuming you go to this school for a full 4 years, then you have the opportunity to be in 2 musicals, 2 full-length straight plays, and 8 one-acts. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what it's about to say. Yeah, and so I've already been in 1 musical, and I didn't do theater at all before high school, but since I've been in high school, I've been in every production I've had the chance to be in. So, yeah, I've been in a musical already. The last musical I was in was the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which was absolutely amazing. I can't stress enough. That's such great memories from that. And now, Grease. So, yeah. So I'm going to be a senior, meaning Grease is my last fall production at my school. Very sad to think about, but I'm going to try to avoid thinking about it as much as possible. And anyway, my junior year was the first year of having a new director at our school. We had another director who retired after my sophomore year, and she was great. Our new director's great too. They're very different. They have different talents and stuff. So but because there's been some changes in the drama department, and the first director, she was more into the straight plays, although she did the musicals too. But our new director, she's more into the musicals. And so last year, sophomore year, or junior year, I mean, was our musical off year, so she didn't do a musical that year. So this is the first time of her directing a musical at the school, so that'll be interesting. Now, honestly, I don't like Grease that much. It might just be because I didn't grow up with it, like it seems like everyone else did, but I just don't like any of the characters. None of them really stand out to me. I don't like most of the music, and I don't like the story. It doesn't really have that much of a story, and I really don't like the lessons of it. Basically teaches that it's a good thing to throw out all your morals just to be cool for your friends and your boyfriend. You can't deny it. That's what Grease is. That's the lesson of Grease, basically. But even though I don't like it that much, it's still very iconic and fun, and that is exciting. That part's exciting, and just something about the 50s aesthetic too. I can't wait to see our set and costumes. I think, yeah, it'll be fun. Initially, we weren't going to be doing Grease. Our director has gone through like several changes of mind, and she's been planning the musical. She's been thinking about the musical since she came to the school and became our director. Like, initially, the very first seemingly final decision was we were going to do Jesus Christ Superstar, but that decision changed, and everyone was glad it changed because Jesus Christ Superstar has an almost all-male cast, and we have an almost all-female cast. So that would have been a big problem. And before Jesus Christ Superstar, she talked about Grease, but it wasn't, like, final. And then after that, and she was talking about doing Into the Woods, and that really seemed like it was a final decision. Like, she was advertising and stuff, like, yeah, we're going to do Into the Woods. And at first, I didn't know much about Into the Woods. When I started looking it up, I didn't like it that much at first. I'm like, it's just like fairy tales. We had done a lot of fairy tale-like stuff in the past, and I just wasn't into it, and the music didn't seem like what I was expecting from a musical. But, like, knowing I was going to be in it, I looked it up, more stuff about it, I researched it, and I watched the Broadway recording of it, and I listened to the music constantly, and I fell in love with it. It literally became my favorite musical. I've mentioned that in another video. Into the Woods is my favorite musical now, and a lot of other people in the cast fell in love with it. We got so excited for it, and then one day the director decided that we're not going to do it, and we were all heartbroken. But now, after she's explained her reason for changing it, I understand it completely. It's because Into the Woods requires a very complicated set and costumes, which we do not have the budget for, and more importantly, it requires lots of very talented solo singers. Well, there's a lot of talent in my cast. I'm not putting that down at all. There's a lot of talented singers and actors in our cast, and honestly, I think that good acting is much, much more important than good singing, even in a musical. The thing about Into the Woods is Sondheim's music is so specific and complicated and challenging that you have to be a trained solo singer to even just be decent in it. It's very crucial that your singing is perfect, and there's so many. It's not just one big singing role. Every role in Into the Woods has a big solo, so we couldn't have pulled it off that well. And she also wanted to do something really well known, and Into the Woods is well known within the theater community, but it's not mainstream the way Grease is. And she wanted to draw in not just a big audience, but like more new actors and funding for the future, and we did draw in a lot more actors. The auditions were huge compared to what we've had in the past. There is not a doubt in my mind that they were the biggest auditions in our school's theater history. Anyway, even though I don't personally like Grease very much, I'm an actor and I enjoy acting, so it doesn't matter what we're doing, I will still enjoy it. Like, I'm sure Percy Jackson wasn't Nathan Fillion's favorite thing he's ever been in, but he did it because he's an actor and that's what he got hired for, and he likes acting. So yeah, think about it like that. And so I've seen the movie a couple times and read the script to prepare, and the movie is very different from the stage version. I know they always change stuff for the movie version, but more so for this than usual. And there's actually several like different versions of the stage version because the movie was so successful. It's literally the highest grossing movie musical of all time, and because it was so successful, there were some newer versions of stage version written to make it more like the movie. Like the whole thing in the movie about the rival gang and the car race, that's not in this at all. And a lot of the famous songs from the movie, like You're the One That I Want, the song at the end, that's not in this at all. There's a different song there. And the drive-in song he sings in the movie, that Sandy, can't you see, oh why, yeah, that one. That scene is pretty much the same in this, but the song is completely different. And yeah, we have like the older version that is not like the movie. We don't have the school edition. We have the real uncensored version, and that's going to be interesting getting past our administration. But we're also getting a new principal, and I heard the new principal is more accepting of that kind of stuff in the arts. And yeah, but a funny thing about the script is really small. Just look at that. That's like nothing, and like almost half of this is just like production notes and property plot and costume plot and stuff. Like, look. Sorry, it's hard to show you. this whole piece right here, this isn't even the script. So it's only 59 pages, the actual script. And that's shorter than our non-musical fall production last year, which was You Can't Take It With You, which was fun, but I guess that makes less lines to memorize and more focus on learning the choreography and stuff. That'll be fun. So, yeah, I thought I had more to talk about, but I guess I don't. I will probably make another vlog tomorrow after my first real rehearsal. And something I hope to do is have more vlogs like during the rehearsal. I think tomorrow's rehearsal is just going to be a read-through again, I don't know. But once we actually start doing fun stuff and getting our costumes and stuff, I'll definitely want to record some stuff with my friends. I'm saying stuff a lot. It's not good. My teacher, my freshman year English teacher, would be very angry with me. Bye.